Down my Pecan Tree Line Lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's the Monday edition of Down on the Farm. It is the 8th day of January 2024. Welcome to the kitchen table. Hop Sing's going to feed us here in just a little bit. But first, let me welcome our sponsor, the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Never let's take a gander at the movement of corn, bean, and wheat futures, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. The first week of the new year was a negative week for the grains, as corn gave up 10 and soybeans 42. Extremely good rains across Brazil and Argentina are largely responsible for the week's break, while the South American crops, particularly Brazil's, have suffered from dry conditions and sustained some damage. These recent rains have gone a long way to ensure improving prospects into harvest, although the extent of the damage will not likely be clear until after harvest. Putting it all into some perspective, speculative funds are now net short beans for the first time since April of 2020. Adding to the negative tone is a lagging export demand of U.S. corn and beans. USDA reported a new export sale on Friday for the period December 22 to 28 of only 14.5 million bushels of corn and 7.4 million bushels of beans. New export milo sales were a paltry, that's paltry and not poultry, 18,700 metric tons or 0.7 million bushel. No word yet on whether the Corpus Christi Public Elevator or Archer Daniels Midland's going to be open this week. We'll probably hear that. He would have heard it late last night. He'll tell us about the possibilities of being open later in the week. Timco and the Andersons Houston are open this week for trucks from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains and to see if the port's open, 361-852-5207 or 800-288-4453. That's John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. We are on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction, Mason and San Saba. We sold San Saba last week, but no Mason sale, but by gosh, we've got one on Monday, right?
You bet, Larry. We got the stocker feeder sale along with our regular sale on today, and we had on Sunday evening right at 1,250 head already, about 80 cows, rest of them all calves, yearlings, and good run, a lot of quality cattle there. We got quite a few wean cattle that are also going to be offered, and so if you're needing some cattle for graze out wheat, go to the grass this coming spring or go to the feed yard. We'll have them available. Kind of look for that 1,450, could have 1,500. The weather looks pretty good, so we'll see what it run out. But the market on Thursday last week, with the increase we saw there, attitude's very good and a lot of optimism, so I think we'll have a good day to be there, Larry.
How about anything special coming up for the next week or two?
Yes, Larry. On Thursday, we'll have our stocker feeder sale and premium sale over at San Saba, along with our regular sale. We got about, I'm going to say close to 1,000 some odd head of wean cattle we know coming in the sale already. I'm looking for that 2,000, 2,400, 500, something like that. Lots of groups, a lot of deals. The sale will move very quickly, I think, with the deals we've got. But if you need anything that's kind of weaned or lighter type cattle, we'll have those there, along with some bigger cattle that are coming off of wheat. I've got a string of Brangus steers that are all about 80 or 90 head, all coming off of wheat, weighing around that 7, 7.5, and 8. Several other groups the same way too, Larry.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Ken.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Also, we're getting ready for that January 20th female sale. We still have a little room in that. If you got any females, bred heifers, open heifers, pairs, or bred cows, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a jingle at 325-372-5159, Larry.
Jordan Cattle Auction, the website. Ken, we'll talk to you after the Mason sale.
You bet. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves. We'll begin with the pork side of the protein equation. National pork carcass cutout value on Friday, 30 weaker, led by a $6.43 decrease in the picnics to $84.20. USDA says the weekly production, 514.2 million pounds. That's about 0.3% down from last year. Neighbor, as we look toward the cattle side or the beef side of that protein equation, we see that the wholesale box prices firmed on Friday, $1.26 higher on the choice, 71 cents higher on the select. USDA says the week's production, 470.3 million pounds, 0.8% lead over the start for the first year. As we look toward fat cattle sales, the bulk of the week's sales, 173 to 175 in the north. Looks like 9.5 million metric ton of beef booked for export during the week ending 12/28. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We are on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, going to sell sheep and goats this week, cattle this week, first sale of 2024. What are they looking like, Sean?
No, sure think we'll get a decent run on the sheep and goats, somewhere around that 3,000 to 4,000 is what I'm expecting. On the cattle end, kind of somewhere around 1,000 to 1,400. Usually everybody gets back into it, and we catch a few more of these first 2 sales. So we'll get into it tomorrow and probably know a lot more, but I don't know a whole lot. It's been kind of quiet all weekend, but typically we'll have 2 pretty good sales in January, and then it kind of tapers off from there. So we'll see how it plays out tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean, for Sheep and Goats Tuesday, cattle on Wednesday.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Sean, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, here's a quick reminder about the 39th annual All-Breed Bull and Female Sale, 11 a.m., Saturday, January the 27th, Cuero Livestock Commission Company. They've got about 25 bulls and 250 females. The DeWitt County Purebred Breeders Association and DeWitt County Beef Forage Committee put it together. Bulls, Angus, Brangus, Charolais, Brahma, Red Brangus, and Polled Herefords. The females going to be breds, pairs, open heifers, F1 Brayfords, lots of Tiger Stripes, Brangus, Brahma, Brangus Baldies, Angus, Victorian Brayfords, Charolais, and other crossbreds. Many of these heifers are going to be 4-H and FFA commercial heifer project prospects. For more information, Anthony Natardis, 361-275-0816. You've got some time. Saturday, January the 27th, 2024. Cuero Livestock Commission Company, 361-275-0816. Tell them you heard about them from Larry Marble and Down on the Farm Radio. We're on the line with Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. First sale after the New Year's celebration. Gary, what's it looking like?
Looked like they kept them all till this year, Larry.
Yeah.
We got 1,200 in already. I was surprised. I figured we'd have 600, 700, 800 maybe.
Right.
200. Around 175 cows. Got a bunch of big cattle. Got some 65 head of calves that's been on oats. They've been weaned for a good while. They're Charolais calves. There's 65 of them. They're going to weigh 6 or better. I got some more Charolais calves there. They're going to weigh 5.5, 6. There's about 40 to 50 of them. Got a bunch of big, groups of calves. Got some black calves just got in. 65 of them. They're going to probably weigh 500, somewhere in that neighborhood. But got a good quality of cattle. Like I say, the cow end, probably mostly Packer cows. Got quite a few to palpate. We won't know in the morning the results on those, but going to have a pretty good run. Probably have 1,300 or better.
Gary Butler, Nixon Livestock. Tell everybody how to contact you.
You can catch us here at Sailborn, 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on my mobile, 830-857-4330.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We are on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock. Seth, how's the Monday sale shaping up?
Probably got somewhere close to 750 in the night. Supposed to catch more cattle tomorrow. I'm sure somewhere around 850, maybe 900, something like that. Probably 75 cows and bulls, about 30 cows palpate. I do know we're going to test a few bulls there in the morning. Jeff and Yearling Run, quite a few light cattle and quite a few yearlings there tomorrow. Be quite a few of these bull yearlings, somewhere around 100, 125 head of bull yearlings weighing 7 or better. So I'm sure ought to be a good sale. If we can help you in any way tomorrow, feel free to contact us, 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone, 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Thank you, Seth.
You bet.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how's the Monday sale shaping up?
Oh, it looks good. First of all, just want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. We're excited to get started back again, and first sale of the year will be tomorrow. Going to start out pretty good. Looks like around 1,800 to 2,000 for tomorrow. Got a lot of good calves. I do have one set of Brayford cows, some 4-year-old cows that were palpated open, but there is 100 of them. There's a good set of them here. They just got thin after they didn't breed back, went through a big herd of cows. So we got those here. They're all 4-year-olds. Got another pretty good jag of palpated cows, probably 50 or so. Not many pairs. Calves, I guess we'll have to go with those 100, probably 300 or 400 cows total, and give us about 1,600 calves, I imagine. There's some good group. Got a good group of black calves. Got a good group of Beefmaster calves. Got another set of nice Charolais Cross calves. So quality looks good. Everything looks good. And ready to get started on the new year.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is office. Webpage, liveoaklivestock.com.
Riley, thank you very much. We'll talk to you after the sale.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Hey, neighbor. I'm on the line with Tamara from Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. They specialize in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acres. How do you qualify for an exemption in Texas, Tamara?
Well, while these requirements vary by county, in most cases you'll need at least 10 acres of qualified land to be eligible for the special valuation. If you plan on having a homestead on this property, you'll need at least 11 acres. That's 1 acre for the homestead plus 10 for agricultural use. This land has to be primarily used for agricultural purposes and has to have been used in such a way for at least 5 of the last 7 years.
How much does it save a guy?
Well, it all depends on the type of ag valuation, the market value of the property, and the requirements and tax rates of the specific county you're in. We can provide you more details and help you with navigating the process.
How can folks reach you, Tamara?
They can call me directly at 254-744-6876, and I give you my word, I will call you back. Or visit homesteadandranch.com.
We are on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, how was the sale in Beeville Friday?
We had a good sale. The market was strong, active on cattle, and we had some good cattle, so they sold well, sir.
Walk the pens with me.
All right, we had a little over 500 head. We had a horse and 19 sheep and goat. That whole market was active. Your 200 to 300 pound steers were $298 to $360. Heifers $216 to $318. 300, 400 pound steers $252 to $345. Heifers $219 to $305. 400, 500 pound steers $226 to $3. Heifers $208 to $280. 500, 600 pound steers $210 to $259. Heifers $186 to $232. 600 to 700 pound steers were $2 to $230. Heifers $179 to $214. 700 to 800 pound steers were $1.87 to $2.26, and heifers were $1.44 to $1.66. Diker cows were pretty steady since last year. They brought in from 60 to 98. Diker bulls brought from 84 to $1.34. Diker cows brought anywhere from 64 to $1, with some bred cows dollaring out around that 1,100. And our pairs we had were from 1,000 to 1,275, sir.
Good. Do you know of anything for this next Friday?
Yes, I do. I know about 100 Charolais Cross calves coming, steers and heifers mixed, and then probably around 80 or so black baldy, red baldy heifers and steers mixed, sir. And I know of some Longhorn Cross cows coming.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Rodney Butler.
You can call me here at Sale Barn at 361-358-177 or call me on my mobile 645-5002.
Here's a shotgun look at the grains. Neighbor Corpus Milo 1028, Progresso 894, Yellow Corn 510 3/4 to Corpus, Houston Wheat 658, Houston Beans 1166, Texas Cotton 2864 bales 7694. Good day.